Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Today, epoxy resin, 2 new silicone moulds. I was going to do these one at a time. I won't say what they are just yet, but I think they should be done together. Now this one has been cut so you can actually get it out properly. So to try and make tidy up minimal, I've safety pinned the cut together. But I've had to do it really just on the very edge. Oh, there we go. Otherwise it'll cut into the actual mould itself. So fingers crossed. Now what I'm going to do with these is I am going to powder them up first. So I'm going to do a little bit of painting with these guys, but I want go chameleon. Yes, we'll go chameleon. Or do we? I mean, I'm going with yes. Yes, we do. So I am thinking we don't normally go green red. So maybe green red and green blue purple. Because I am going to paint portions of them up. Yes, we'll do that, but not all of them. So let's get a bit of this in there. A bit of super sparkle. Let's put him there. And let's get little brother, little sister, little buddy. Now this one's going to be even trickier, especially since I've closed the gap. But we're going to be able to do it anyway. We're going to be confident. Right, I think we have got everywhere that we can. So I'm going to sparkle the place. So what I'm going to do is mix up the resin with my lovely new big jugs, which are now also sparkly because everything I'm touching is sparkly. Once again, we have our black. Did it as I did last time, if I put these up in the right order at least. Mixed it really slowly, let it stand for a little bit. All the bubbles came up. Gave it a little torch to get rid of the surface bubbles. Really slowly stirred in the colour. Now, this one is just my regular pigment. It's not my alcohol ink. I'll save them for something else in a moment. So I think we'll try this little tiny guy first. Right, now the guy. I see loads of bubbles appearing. I'm hoping it doesn't anything down naturally. When I come to the top, I can torch them before I actually put the cover on the normal. All right. Lots of bubbles. Then there was a lot of perhaps loose powder in there that's working its way up with the bubbles too. So we're gonna, well, I'm gonna let them stand, give them a little torch in a second. Okay, our twins are done. Well, I say twins, are little and large. So I allowed this to dry naturally without the heat mat since it's so hot at the moment. We had no need for that. Plus I wanted to see if it was better, because I'm still trying to fine tune things and I don't want to rush because I'm impatient and want to see what the moulds have to give. I want to find out what's going to give me the best result. So should we do big guy first? Now these I am going to, let's move him over because I'm probably going to knock them down. Add a little paint to elements. Check him out! He has come out really cool. And apart from, I think there's two, one there and one there. One tiny one there. Apart from that, because there's a lot of area on him where he could have developed a multitude of bubbles. And I can't see in there, it's so black. There's a little bubble right there, right by the surface. Check him out! How cool is he? When I saw this little guy, I was like, I've got to give him a go. Now what I will do is I'm going to paint his button eyes. I might try and black in the stitch work around the mouth and paint his little patches. That's where the paint's going to go on him. So let's pop that over there because, again, it's nice and clean on the inside, but I will give it a wash out because it's absolutely covered in excess mica powder. And just to make sure that there's nothing anywhere we don't want it. So let's see how his little friend came out. Now, I found this guy long after I found that guy. Then I thought, oh, they must be related. Right, this one. It's got a big bull's head. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at him. That has got no resin left in it anywhere. Needs to be washed. But yeah, I'm glad I cinched those bits together. I'll get these little bits trimmed up and tidied off. Oh, he brought a little bit of the mould with him. But look at him. Oh, isn't he a sweet little thing? I did check several times before I purchased him, so I was like, that isn't the same one, is it? No, because I saw him standing. He's got a little body. This one's somewhat more beaten up in places. He's got quite a bit more stitch work on the head there. How cool are they? So I'll do the same with him. I'm going to paint up the button eyes. He doesn't have any patches anywhere, but I will try and highlight the stitch work. And he's got a slightly heavier stitched mouth. Well, that might even be a tooth. We'll have to have a look when we paint him up. Back with the twins. So we're going to give them a little paint. Now I think what I'm going to do to get these points nice and vivid is I'm going to white them first. I'll just outright black where I'm going black. And I've decided these are like the ends of his hands and the ends of his feet. They're going to be the same material that the rest of his body is. It's just going to be like these little creaky chair. It's just going to be like these little shoulder patches, the obvious patches. And there's like a thigh patch. And obviously the button eyes. And as for this guy, I've been looking at him and it's like, that's my Marley. He's playing dress up. This is his idol, his big friend, who's born that way. This guy, I was looking at him, he's tried to make his own outfit as best he can to look like this guy. I'm going to white his eyes, white his hands and his boots, just to make them super vivid with whatever colour I'm going to make them. But the rest of him is going to be the colour that it is. But I'll black in the stitch work. And I've undecided what's going on around the mouth here. It looks like they're teeth, because some of them are too big to be stitches. It's going to be hard to decipher. Some of it is stitch work, but there's a couple of bits that look like they're teeth. So we'll see when we get to that point. So let's just get a whiting the areas that we want to get nice and vivid. Buddies are dry, so I'm going to start painting their patches. So I've gone for blue and red. I think, well, let's just have a look. Let's put them on and have a look. We'll go obvious, even though I'm very tempted to go blue. Let's look at putting these black lines in now. This is a slightly firmer brush, so it might be a bit better. Let's have a look. Now, these ones are going to be the triangle ones, because they're the little lines. Okay, the little guys are done. All painted up. Stitching put in. Stitching put in. This little guy looks like he got teeth, so keeping him slightly monster-esque, because they ain't normal teeth, are they? I went for a tiny hint of silver, and I just silvered the cuffs, just a tiny bit. So yeah, I also gave these just a tiny bit of UV resin coating where they were painted, just to give them some protection so it doesn't scratch right off. But look at him. He's so cool. I love these moulds, and I will be coming back for them to do more fun things. And I will tidy up his edges, because he's got a little bit of edge going on all the way around the bottom. So is this guy, just a tiny bit of edge. And you can barely see it. But yeah, they're so cool. They have a story and everything. This is this guy's imaginary friend, and he loves him so much. He made an outfit to look like him. He didn't have any patches, so he got some red boots and gloves instead. But how cool are they? They are so much fun. Such cool little guys. Yeah, I really like them. You can have so much fun with this. Well, both of them. So many options as to what you could do with them. But yeah, so cool. So I hope you enjoyed this little journey with me, my little bud, and his big imaginary friend who keeps him safe. They are such a cute little couple, aren't they? There goes that cute word again, but they are. Look at them. How gorgeous. And that's a little bit more with the painting of the resin as well. You can get some really nice effects adding a bit of paint. Some really nice results, rather, sorry. It's like they looked cool as they were, but now with the stitching in and the patches, and he's got little button eyes, they become so much more. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and keep an eye out for these moulds if you're looking for some cool little funky moulds. I found these on eBay just by searching. He came up when I searched for monster moulds, even though the search, what he was called on there was voodoo. And this little guy came up when I was looking for Halloween, but that wasn't in his title. He was like terror and something else. So yeah, so cool. And they were both around about a fiver. 5 of the Great British Pounds, that's what the fiver is. For all my other wonderful, wonderful viewers and subscribers from overseas and various parts of the world. Well, like if you like what you see, comment if you got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Pop them there together. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.